against this cold team. You know, in Soviet Russia, Yuboku is not a usual player. Rex is, but his computer crashed apparently, as I saw on the live stream chat. And right now, Yuboku, aka Crew, just doing his job. He's tanking a lot, 414, and he's doing a lot of healing and protection on himself. He's got Rune Shield, Ohm Bolt, Soul Bolt. Well, the Soul Bolt is from when he stacks Ohm Bolts, but you know, he's healing himself and being that target of choice. So, you know, it's really good play by him right there to just take all of the distraction and helping Jackhasm and Chip Sane do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot sturdier team. I mean, Rex, while he's really good at Igniter, it's a very weak hero in the lineup. It's almost like an all-offensive composition, and with the inhibitor, you got a lot of defense added to it. And, you know, Jackhasm can be a little bit more free to rampage, especially with that shield from inhibitor, as well as the extra spell lock. So, you know, you can already see Jackhasm kind of bouncing around right now, getting the big M1 damage just freely, absolutely no control over it at all. And Mega Zero can't do anything about it. Here comes the Whirling Blade. That's going to be a kill right there. EX Harpoon, and that's game. So, you know, already an entry kill. Mega Zero's going to be dropping here very shortly, but he does have Guardian Spirit, so something might happen as a Tempest does come up from Jack, and Yuboku's just busting those M1s, M2s, even throwing out a Shotgun Blast there, EX M1. And big damage, big slow. And I think it has a healing debuff too now, yeah? Wild Blast?
No, it doesn't have a healing debuff. It just does 30% slow
on your movement attack speed.
Movement and attack speed, yeah. So I mean, and that's huge on Teldo playing the Harbinger. A, he casts like his Blood Grip and his Shadow Bolt significantly slower. B, he moves slower so that if he does hit Hemorrhage on somebody, then he's moving slower than his Hemorrhage target. And, you know, then Yuboku can have even more free reign doing the M1 and M2 on him all day long, while Jackhasm just goes off on a Mega Zero and, you know, does the dodging, changes targets on his Wacky, trying to keep that pressure up, forcing the space out like that. Once you have a Spearmaster on you, you usually blow your space. And look at this, Chip Cyan, don't give him much attention ourselves because he usually plays in the background, but look at this, keeping that Harbinger off of him, doing a very good job healing his allies as well and surviving, letting them do their work. But, oh man, right there, triple Plague, as well as Teldo did have his Dark Ward out. So that is huge damage, huge healing, and the Swarm team's taken a lot of hurts. Wacky in the background, good concussion shot. Plague goes out onto Jackhasm, and, oh, I don't know, this is close. But, oh, jeez, Mega Zero does go down after that swap. And, oh, great redirect of the Tractor Beam, and they are back in this game just a little bit. Oh, good take of the Shadow Bolt right there by Jackhasm. Could have saved him, but oh man, that was so close. You know, if that barrier was up, got the instant injection off, man, that could have been turned around. Chip Saiyan could have won, but good play right there by Zwacky and Teldo just to finish it out. Jackhasm almost taking a Shadow Bolt for Chip Saiyan just to keep him alive. Almost turned it around. Holy smoke.
Yeah, that came down to the itty-gritty of both teams' health bars right there, as it was, you know, a 1v1 situation. And, you know, Zwacky thankfully had a lot more HP than Chips, because, you know, Chips being the healer could have easily healed himself up. But the Tractor Beam pretty much makes it so you can't heal, as Chips taking a ton of damage already, landing on that Affliction. That Affliction is not going to be good, as Healing Potion is disabled. Wow, that lockdown right there, that spell lock was so big from Mega Zero right there, disabling his heal, and huge. And I guess Puffin was mentioning that he missed his sleep. I missed that, but Jackhasm getting concussed right here, as they're going to clean up very quickly, as, man, Chips really got taken advantage of, as a Tractor Beam comes out into a Shrink. It's just trolling again, but, you know, Teldo sitting in the back, I don't think he took a whole lot of damage that entire fight. Yeah, he took 150, but he put out 500, so you think about the ratio there.
And he did 155 protection. 12 of it being from him just being Dark Warded, so that just like reduces damage taken. But the other was healing. The other part was healing all the hemorrhage damage that he did. So, you know, good job right there. And that's why Harbinger might seem a little OP. He can survive. All you got to do is dispel and control him a little bit, and he's less effective. But here we go. Jack has him already down to 50%. And, uh-oh, not going to happen. No Kunju. And Teldo trying to go back. Going to try and help Mega Zero. Try and punish Jackhasm just a little bit. Nice Tractor Beam. Jackhasm, oh, going to get that Kunju off actually at the last second. And look at this. Wacky going to be punished for that. while the artillery range heals come out from Mega Zero, and a good double Soul Link, able to do so much burst. And look at that Whirlwind, maybe able to get some more damage off. Yuboku trying to do what he can over there, and great control. Cannot tell you how good the control is from this Cold team, knowing when Wujus are going to be used, or Kunjus, and not triggering them most of the time when it comes down to clutch situations. Like you saw, trigger right there, but, I mean, it was 3v1. What is he going to do?
Die. So, they went with their serious composition, and they still lost. So, ISR got to be wondering right now. They're one map away from already resetting, and that could be disastrous if they can't pick themselves up. I don't think they're going to be sandbagging at this point, but
no.
They have done this before. They have started out a series 2-0 and come back to win quite often, as a matter of fact. So they could easily do it again and win 3 maps in a row, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't either. We have seen that before, and a lot of people in the live stream chat were just like, "Oh man, and Soviet Russia's lost it. They're bad, whatever." And then all of a sudden, it's just like power mode engaged, and Soviet Russia comes back and takes 3 maps at once, and it's just like, what? What happened? Were they sandbagging? What's going on? And
one can only guess, but never know. Because Jack will never tell you the truth, even if you ask him.
I don't know about that, but
no, he won't, man. You remember those interviews? I remember, so I'm just telling you, that's the way it's going to be. But Zwacky, again, doing some work on Jack, trying to make Jack be a little bit more defensive, and it's just really having a hard time with it, as Yuboku can just put that shield on and beat NP about that. As Mega throwing out the other side, or maybe that was another shift. I think it was actually another shift coming out from Mega right there from Teldo, as Zwacky is taking a lot of pressure. Double ultimate going to be coming out, chips coming out. We have the Whirlwind ready, and Mega is taking a ton of damage, too much damage as a matter of fact, and he goes down with the Worm team's life at almost full still. So, that was a pretty rough team for the Cold team. They just got to basically give that one up and go to the next round, because that was a rough round.
Rough? I would say that's rougher than like 120 grit sandpaper. So that was not so good. Mega Zero just got stomped. I mean, double ultimate, and actually he did use the other side, but it was clarity by Chip Cyan. So that was very good on Chip Cyan's part, knowing other side would come out and where he would run to. But here we go. Regardless, we're going to get on to the next match. And good swap by Mega Zero there. Toto not going to take that damage from the deadly injection. And Chip Cyan going to be pulled in towards Zwacky. Swapped out again. And look at this. They're trying to kill him off. But Mega Zero is taking huge punishment in the meantime. And they're going to equalize it at a 2-2. So not too bad. Not too shabby from both of these teams. Getting counter kills on each of the healers. And Yuboku going to use an ultimate and not get any shots off, though, onto anyone. As Wacky's looking to unload his machine gun, maybe. Or he could just try and go for the enlarge. There it is. He could kill Yuboku. One more hit. And uh-oh. This could be very bad. Zwacky in a bad spot against Jackasm. And
boom.
Teldo. Oh, I missed that. Did he hit him with the Shadow Bolt?
Another strike. The EX Affliction just
exploded. I see. And good reactions there by Zwacky, but you spaced out of his harpoon, but you gotta watch the Shuriken. Getting a ninja star in the back is not always the greatest way to start your morning, unlike Folgers Coffee. Hey, no, I'm not promoting Folgers. That'd be cool
Folgers,
if I got money
give us
from
money.
them. Yeah, I know, seriously. Do this for free, so... Regardless, look at this.
Regardless,
nonetheless.
Everyone's happy now.
I know. Oh my gosh, what is Jackasm doing?
Incoming EX Harpoon. Bam!
Yes, he knows that timing. So good. That was close, though. I think like 0.3 seconds more. Oh, baited. That was baited so hard.
And he's just masturbate over here.
Oh my gosh! Wow, we know what's going on in Taz's mind.
I got baited by bait, essentially. I got baited, double bait or something. Holy cow.
Here you go.
This 1v1 could go the distance, but now they decided, like, hell with this. I'm just gonna
oh my gosh, I saw that coming from a mile away. Holy smokes. Cannot believe that right there. Teldo got a little impatient and just tried to go 1-to-1 with Spearmaster, proc the Kanju, and just, lost it with 1 slash left. He thought he could maybe get it off, but Spearmaster's just a little bit faster. Oh man, that was close.
It's like a half an animation point, like faster. 1 frame right there. One frame for the old guys.
Man. It's 1 frame.
1 frame difference in life or death right there, literally, and that was like a 3 HP win. So that came down to the wire. As they're already ahead 2-0, and that's probably pretty demoralizing, especially for Teldo losing a 1v1 to Spearmaster. So, but Jack Asmio, great player, and Teldo is going to get taken out there. Man, he got bursted down pretty quick there from Jack, who was sitting on him the entire time, and then all of a sudden Yubuku comes out of nowhere and puts the assist on, and Zwacky knows that he's going to end up dying, and the EX Soul Bolt's coming out there, and that's going to be that. So, just like that, they take a map, 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we were just like, oh, who knows, and Soviet Russia, they could be guard broken. Nope, not going to happen. I told you. They come back. They always come back. They always play better under pressure. Not gonna lie, dinner downstairs smells delicious, but I'm gonna stay in, guys. I'm gonna stay in for the tournament. Got guests coming over in just a little while. Gonna have dinner, but man, this tournament's too intense. I can't go away. And
you see the chat explode after that 1v1. Jesus Christ!
I know, it was ridiculous, and I love that you guys
even
are
the
so
in-game
pumped.
chat exploded.
I know, Zach and Ilves here were just like, oh my gosh, no way.
Delacour, see ya, you took too long, so 1 down, 10, 15 more specs to go. That's what happens in the game of Russian roulette. Sometimes you're not there, you get dropped.
Let's see, this is going to be on the Well of Sergen. Wonder how this is going to fare for both of these teams, if it's really going to have much of an impact. I don't think so, but it might be better for Engineer a little bit.
I think I'm not so sure. I think it'd be better for Inhibitor because there's a lot less stuff in the way to interrupt his spacebar. So I think that I don't know. It could go in both favor. They're both pluses and minuses. Not as much space for the Alchemist to run around. I mean, you got those 2 corners that you can actually hit from that middle ground area down by the water, and then there's 2 little pillars that you can run around. But other than that, the Alchemist is a pretty free game on this map to a lot of harassment. So he's got to do a lot of work, most likely to keep Teldo off him, as Teldo seems to like going after chips if he can't win the fights against Spearmaster or Inhibitor. As we do see Jackasm going pretty aggressive here on Zwacky, and Zwacky already dropping a half HP right there, as he's going to get another side, and that's going to be the aggression right there. But Mega Zero does not have one for himself now, and he's going to have to try to do what he can to stay out of trouble himself, as his Soulbind is going to get Wuju'd right there by Yubuku, and that's going to be another big cooldown wasted, or countered rather, as they do have 2 trances that counterattack. And Teldo could be in big trouble right now. It's going to space away, but Yubuku dropping the ultimate on this Zwacky. Oh, instant injection from Chips is going to take down Zwacky, and Teldo already again in big trouble, as this is not looking good for the Cold team. They're just having a really hard time recovering right now. Teldo doing everything as far as stay alive, but Mega Zero getting manhandled by both DPSs, and that's going to be an easy round for the Worm team right there.
Another round for the Worm team. Yuboku just knowing as Inhibitor when to use the ultimate. He always gets at least 2 hits off, most of the time 3 on his opponent, and I think it does like 23 or 22 damage every time he hits one. Also applies those debuffs, allowing his allies to do more damage, and for the opponent that's hit to do less damage themselves. It applies a weaken effect, and that plague is going to almost spread to Chip Cyan. It does shoot a projectile, and you can dodge it, but there it is. Yuboku in on the fight. Barrier is down, or I should say shield is down. Barrier is up right now, and Yuboku gonna waste his chance as well. Here's the time for capitalization. Here's the time for punish, and it looks like Teldo. Good sleep by Chip Cyan right there. Teldo was trying to go in onto the Alchemist, getting slowed. Another shift to prevent that pop damage from the deadly injection. And look at this. Mega Zero trying to go toe-to-toe with Crew right here. Forced to use the other side. Gonna go in really close. try and see what's happening, but a great goo from Chip Cyan right there. Gonna get Zwacky, Teldo, and Mega Zero in on that, and there was no escape in sight whatsoever. Other side was down. Teldo had to use his Nether Shift, and that is gonna be another round for the Warm team. Very, very well played. You know, if Teldo tries to go on a Chip Cyan, he's got the sleep down. He knows when he's gonna, you know, pop out of that space. Chip does not miss very often. Very rare. And that's why he's on top most of the time. Healing potion, like you see other alchemists, they're hitting like the sides of their sleep or their heals. He's hitting like directly on his allies. And, you know, making sure he hits all of his damaging abilities as well.
Yeah, he has very good aim, and it definitely shows with the sleeps he lands, his clarities even, which is a very hard spell to land the way you want it to. So, you know, a very under talked about player here is Chips, who is, you know, the support for one of the best teams in the world. So you got to give props to him always whenever possible, as he throws a clarity out there to get rid of the other side, or the Nether Shift, and actually he has the other side himself to get out of it. So both invisibilities are actually used by the Cold team fairly early because of a nice clarity. And Yabuko going straight up head to toe, or toe to toe with Teldo here, as Teldo has that dark aura, so he's trying to use it as best he can. But he's actually, Teldo's going to get swapped into the goo, which I guess is a good thing, because Mega probably can't tank it as well as Teldo could with his dark aura up. So now we see an injection coming out on a Teldo here, and his damage is going to be a big reduction in damage. And Zwacky in a lot of trouble right now, within one hit of going down, as Jackasm was waiting on the entrance for him to come out, as Chips actually lands an injection to kill him off. So, wow, just like that, 2-2 in maps, that fast.
Oh, Jackasm learning from Rex how to troll and use the res at the last part of the match. True professionals here, ladies and gentlemen. Always press F2 when you're about to win. Learn from the best, play like the best, and then you can press F2.
Learn like the best, die like the rest.
Mess with the best, die like the rest. What movie is that from?
I have no idea.
Hackers. It's from Hackers. So, big time nerd movie. I'm sorry, Taz.
I think I've seen it. I'm not very good at remembering movies. You know what I did see recently, though, was How to Train Your Dragon. That was a good movie. Anyway.
Taz.
Man, I'm just keeping it up, man. I'm looking forward to see if, you know, ISR is going to sandbag and go in a second, because it almost seems like they're a sandbag. I mean, look how badly they're winning right now. 3-0, 2 in a row now. That kind of hurts for the Cold team. If I was a Cold team right now, I'd be hurting on the inside, like my feelings, you know.
Oh, people are calling for the victory, quick victory for in Soviet Russia here, because they want to go to bed. I gotta thank all of you Europeans for staying up. It is Sunday, 821 of you, a lot of them from Europe. It's 12:12 your time, and you guys are so dedicated to Bloodline Champions. You've been watching this tournament for 5 hours. Absolutely insane. So, want to thank you guys for tuning in, and here we go. On to the next match. Mega Zero getting a good swap, getting a Soul Link off, and able to do some damage before having the other side. Teldo slept at the last second just after the enlarge, so that's not going to get rid of the debuff in time, but look at this. Yoboku and Jackasm absolutely going to go nom eat 'em up. On to Mega Zero, just not having the game of his life, getting focused like that from two very experienced players. Chip Cyan got low from Teldo, but I'd like to see a little bit more support. I'd like to see more Nether Shifts onto the focus targets like they were doing yesterday. Nether Shift another side on the target that's getting focused. Just not seeing it today.
Yeah, these guys are Jackasm and Yoboko in rampage mode right now. They're absolutely just 110% aggression. You just cannot stop these guys right now, as they just relentless pressure the entire time. As he actually tried to bait out a Kunju, not going to happen though. So he's going to have one out down. Actually, he misses his harpoon too, so he's running out of outs here. As he even uses his fleet foot, he has nothing now. As Yubuko already in the fight, taking the damage. So barrier is going to be on him, and actually another strike coming out there from Teldo. Yubuko in huge trouble right now, using his EX space to try to get away, but wow, did he just take a lot of damage fast right there. And he's actually using his EX1 to try and get the damage out fast. I'm surprised he's not using his M2 to get those heals back up, as Chips is on the opposite side of the map right now, and he could be in a bit of trouble. But Mega Zero getting a bit handled right now, but he is going to use that other side. Oh, instant injection. Chips just waiting back there. What a freaking spy guy. That Chips guy he's sneaky himself on a healer of all things. So another instant injection kill for Chips. This guy trolling right now, hardcore.
Dude, no troll. More like more pro.
He's just sitting back there, and everyone's coming toward him. He's like, oh, bonk, dead. Bonk, dead.
That's why Chip is like one of the best players in the game. You know, he doesn't always use the goo. He doesn't always save that up. And he's in a position where he can heal, and then if somebody tries to get out, he does that instant injection. Does a lot of damage, deadly injection, or sleep to prevent them from, being able to leave the fight and get healed. So good job right there. And it looks like Teldo just going to have to retreat for now. And just a little bit too much damage and protection from the Swarm team. The Cold team has to win 3 rounds in a row for them to do anything, and look at that. Yuboku in deep, but Jackasm going to support his buddy. Goo coming out in the corner. Teldo going to have to run out. Zwacky going to have to run out, and he is just being slowed way too much. Teldo gets another shift at the last second, so Yuboku doesn't kill him off, but Zwacky not having the time of his life against this inhibitor, and look at that. Tractor Beam going to try and dodge. Has to stay alive if something is going to happen for his team. But Teldo gonna nether shift, gonna try and get some healing up, leaving Zwacky a little bit vulnerable. Shadow Bolt comes out onto Chip Cyan, and he could go down any second. Teldo getting clarity'd out of his nether shift, and he goes down to a wall burst, and that looks like it will be game, ladies and gentlemen. Jackasm does have the barrier on him, and it looks like he's just gonna survive. But Megazero has tons of health. And, we'll just have to see how this one plays out. Jack has him in. But look at that. That shield could go down really soon. Chip Cyan is switched. But a great sleep after the swap. Amazing plays right there by Chip Cyan. Clarities, make sure his team does not have any debuffs. But Mega Zero takes out Jack has him in the meantime. Let's see how this is going to fare out. Yuboku going to try and go in. Going to try and deal damage against Zwacky, and Chip is stuck with Mega Zero, and it's a 1v1. Zwacky has the advantage. Wall burst coming out, and Chip Cyan has enough for an instant injection, and nope, not going to use it. Instead, he's just going to kill him outright with an M1. So Mega Zero not going to be able to do much at this point. Other side, one hit and he is dead. Chip Cyan gets the kill. Almost double kill for him. GG, well played. 3-3-0 maps in a row in Soviet Russia. They are going to be the kings yet again for another week for this BLGaming.com Kill the King round 6 series, or Kill the King series, and this was round 6. So congratulations, even GG from Zek, and I believe Ilves is in here too, so he was watching. He's wondering, man, I'm glad that I created this game. Good stuff right here. Gotta congratulate, 781 people sticking through this long tournament. It takes a lot of time and energy out of your day, and I just want to say thanks for supporting us here at BL Gaming, and Tazosaurus and I appreciate it. I'm sure the players do, and things like that. So in Soviet Russia, taken first. In second place, we're going to see Love Rocket. They had a very strong start at the grand finals, but lost it right at the end. DEFCON going to be taking third place, and in fourth, Ham No Idea. So again, to go through that, in Soviet Russia wins, Love Rocket second, third place to DEFCON, and better luck next time, fourth place to Ham No Idea. 48 participants in this tournament. For those guys to take the top 4 really does mean a lot. They played great games today. We saw some good action, close moments, and this is what you can expect every week from these tournaments. So keep tuning in. Don't wait for that Bloodgate post. Join the start of the tournament. We'll tell you more strategy. We'll tell you, things that new teams are doing wrong. So if you're a newer player, that's where you get a lot of that great insight. And so come watch those games and things like that. But shout outs to Rexus and Sobi1 for running the tournament, Programmer Arn for being the bandhammer in the live stream chat, and also updating the players on where we are in the tournament. So, Taz, you got anything? I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, just normal shouts to the BLG crew. Sobi handling us here, being the boss. Rexus, obviously, as you mentioned, doing an awesome job adminning every day, actually, that we have a tournament. He's just on top of it all the time. And he makes our job so much easier by getting us into games. We don't have to always talk about nothing all the time with the fillers to make up for lost time. So it helps us a lot as well, and it's just not enough to mention. So congrats to ISR again. First team to win 2 Kill the Kings in a row, actually.
Yeah, that's right. They are the first ones to win it twice in a row, so they will be bringing home some more bacon tonight for dinner, a.k.a. Greenback's money for the week. I don't know. I'm making up stuff left and right. So, congratulations to them again, and they will be on the next banner for Kill the King Round 7. As usual, it is going to be on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central European Time, or if you just know countries, it's Swedish time. So, base your time zone around that. We will see you guys then. I actually got dinner downstairs and some guests, so I don't have time for an interview, so I'm going to have to shut this stream off prematurely. But any other shout-outs, Taz, before we go?
Nope, I'm looking forward to food myself.
Alright, well guys, I'm going to leave you with some outro music. Thank you for tuning in, and join us more. Subscribe to the stream. I will be playing midweek with a couple people from Bloodline Champions, or I might be playing Heroes of New Earth. So subscribe to the stream if you like, seeing what kind of games we play and things like that. And I guess I'll talk to you later. Cast with a K, signing out.
Peace.